Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Ange Out 118. And yes, 2 episodes in 1 week. Who'd have thought it? Not me anyway. Certainly not me. Right, welcome back. As I said, we're here, we're ready to play some Football Manager, we're back on the save, and what's happened to the Celtic here? By the way, have you noticed that? The Celtic badges have vanished. What's this? What's this about? There's Mark Loyal. What's this? That's not the badge. What's happened here? Has everybody's badges vanished? Oh, they have. There obviously has been an issue with my badge. What's happened? God's sake. I'll need to try and sort that. I'll try and sort it. But anyway, hello, welcome back. We're obviously in the middle of a very busy part of the season, a very important part of the season. And if you haven't watched the last episode, I very much urge you to go and do it right now because we are on the cusp of a Europa League semi-final. We are 3-0 up on aggregate against Rennes. Kyogo scoring a second half hat-trick at Celtic Park to give us a fantastic lead heading away from home to France. We're going to play that game today. We'll find out if we're in the semi-final and if we'll be playing Lazio or Roma. We'll also be playing Rangers first up in the semi-final of the Scottish Cup. The last time we played them in a cup game, they knocked us out because I think they ended up going in to win the League Cup, if I'm not mistaken. I think they did. Yes, they won in the final against Hearts. They knocked us out at Ibrox, but this time it's at Hampden. We beat them last episode. A fantastic win, a 3-0 win at Celtic Park, which has basically secured us the league title. If we can replicate that performance, then we're in a very good position. I think that we'll probably do it. We're 10 clear right now at the top of the Premiership, with 6 games to go. So yeah, things are looking good, and today is just another bumper episode, isn't it? Apart from that, well, I say apart from that as if we've not got like 2 of the biggest games of the season come up. There's not much else going on. Of course, oh, there we go, say that, Joe Hart's away, there we go. We're loaning Joe Hart out to Spartak Moscow. He said he wanted to move on from Celtic. It's a sad day. I would say I would be inconsolable normally, but I mean, I can't complain when Dominik Livakovic is my first choice keeper, to be quite honest. But it does mean that Scott Bain moves up in the pecking order. But apart from the games itself, there's not too much else to do really. You know, usually in FM you're talking about transfers and blah blah. But we're right at the end of the season. Like, we're coming to the nitty gritty now. We want to win everything. We're wrapping up this series. I know a lot of people are begging for a season 2. We'll see what happens. But there's not much else to do. You know, we have got 11 million quid sitting in the bank that we could maybe pre-spend and bring someone in. But, you know, I don't think there's a desperate need right now. We'll have a look when the season ends. I just want to focus on getting things done. And talk about getting things done, let's do these bastards Rangers. We have to replace Joe Hart as our vice-captain. I love how Juranovic is still here. Who's going to be our vice? Who is going to be our vice-captain? The recommendation is Juranovic in this. I can't believe Joe is actually, you know, kind of away. That's actually quite sad, isn't it? I don't know who to make my vice-captain. Juranovic seems to be the one that stands out the most. Abada's quite high up. I don't know. You know, I would have said Cameron Carter-Vickers, to be honest, but his stats are awful. 7 and 12. I'm still going to I'm giving it a big Cameron Carter-Vickers. There it goes. Brilliant. Right, let's go to Hampden, boys. We've been left in quite a predicament, by the way, for this game, because some of these players are a yellow away from missing the final. Starfelt, Jota, Cameron Carter-Vickers, Callum McGregor, Alistair Johnston, Liel Abada, they're all 1 yellow card away from missing the Scottish Cup final. So if we beat Rangers, they'll miss the final, which is not ideal at all. So that really messes with my head when it comes to team selection here. Annoying, to say the least. And a bit of a risk with Tuanzebe at right back, but Johnston's absolutely done in. And obviously we've got a big game on Wednesday as well. I think the bigger risks are the yellow cards that are surrounding McGregor, Starfelt and Vickers, players you don't want to be missing for a Scottish Cup final. But Rangers are obviously a decent side, so we want to try and get the result here to take us through to the final. So that's what I'm going with. I'm going to change our instructions a little bit so we don't slide in recklessly, but that's a team I think should be beating Rangers anyway, and we have the confidence from yesterday's episode, or 2 days ago's episode. Right, so there's our team as I've just showed you a moment ago. I can't believe the badges are broke. I need to Forgot to do that off camera a minute ago, see if I can fix it. Here's the Rangers team who are in very bad form. I think it's very similar to the one we played in the last episode. It's a team that looks gash on paper, to be quite honest. We should be absolutely battering it. But this is the first time we've played them at Hampden. This is the first time we've played at Hampden this season, actually. I'm going to tell us to stay on our feet because I don't want us to risk these yellow cards. The players to look out for, McGregor, Vickers and Starfelt. We need to ensure that those guys don't pick up yellows. Rangers are just kind of passing it between the goalkeeper and the centre half, and that'll do me if they want to do that all game. That's fine, because we've won possession from the terrible long ball. Haksabanovic sends it out to Garnacho, who, by the way, can I just point out, in the last episode, nobody even pointed it out, but I pointed it out. I called Garnacho I called him the young Spaniard. He's not a Spaniard, he's Argentinian, isn't he? But in this game, he's representing Spain. He's picked Spain in this. Here he is anyway. Here is Garnacho. Can he get a goal? No, he hits it right at Johnny McLaughlin. But I noticed it when I watched it back. I called him a Spaniard. He's fucking Argentinians, you know. But in this game, I'll try and show you right now. Let's see, Garnacho. So he's got Spanish up here. But who cares? What a pointless story to interrupt a derby game where we're trying to reach a Scottish Cup final. We've had a decent start. We've had the couple of the highlights have went our way. Here's Haxa from range, by the way. That's not a bad effort. And it forces a big save from John McLaughlin. But not a bad effort whatsoever from my man Sayad, who's had a solid season, considering the amount of rotation there's been with the wingers, the amount of rotation there's been in this squad altogether. You know, he's offered a solid campaign, Sayad Haksabanovic. Not much else happening, though. Very boring derby, it seems. Rangers have had more chances. Better XG, but no highlights, nothing. And Callum McGregor will miss the Scottish Cup final. Brilliant. McGregor's out. He's picked up a booking. The captain, the man who would lift the trophy ideally, will be missing the final. What an absolute numpty. For fuck's sake. We need more in the second half. We're doing quite poorly, lads. Tuan Zebi is absolutely knackered. It's time to get him off the park, which leaves us in a bit of a pickle because Starfelt and Vickers are going to have to play the entirety of the game now. There's no two ways about it. If they pick up yellow cards, they pick up yellow cards, but they need to play. Medeiros sends one in for Rangers, cleared by us. Can't believe McGregor's went and got a booking. Doesn't matter yet, because we might not get through. We've not been great. Tavernier from range. It does go over the bar. Livakovic watches it go over. I don't want to see this go to extra time. But the fitness of the team right now is, you know, it's been diminished by the amount of football we're playing. We don't need an extra time heading into a Europa League quarter-final game against Rennes during the week. That's a decent ball. Rangers have a big chance. They take the big chance. And Alfredo Morelos, it's been chopped off. It's been chopped off. Get up, you fat dick. Come on. Love that. Morelos, Player of the Year. Now he's a dick. Well, I don't know if he ever actually has one Player of the Year. Has he? I don't know. Rangers have been all over us this second half, though. We need to change something after this highlight. Medeiros gives it to Ridvan Yilmaz, who's trying to find an opening. He does. That is embarrassing. That is his first ever goal for them. Ridvan Yilmaz has just tore us. And who was that let him run it? Was it McGregor? Was it McGregor? Who let him run? Oh no, it was Sayad. It was Sayad, yeah. And then Starfelt comes in. It's a poor goal to concede. And now we land ourselves in quite the predicament here because, oh man, like we're gonna have to go like attacking and bring these guys forward a little bit. McGregor can stay in the box to box for now. Now, in terms of subs, I think Kyogo's pace will do this. I'm anxious to bring on either Jota or Abada because they're on yellow cards as well for the final. But I'm going to bring on Abada first. We'll go from there. And then the last two subs I'm thinking about making would be Moy and Jota. That's a good ball. Abada, who's just on, swings it. That's a penalty. No, it doesn't matter anyway. We'll take the goal. Sayad Haksabanovic makes up for his poor defending for Rangers' goal, and he gets us the equaliser. Fuck the penalty. I don't care. It looked like it was a penalty, but I do not give a toss. Liel Abada has come on, made the difference. That was definitely a penalty, by the way. There's no two ways about it. Goldson bombards Kyogo to the ground, but Hax is there. Right place, right time. We're back in the game. 1-0. Tactical genius. The Specky one is here. Minutes after my changes. We have pulled it back. McGregor, Hatate, that's a great ball. Go on, Kyogo, wee man. Go on. Oh, he's put it wide. Yeah, numpty. The absolute numpty. Look, Rangers have been all over us, by the way. We've been quite poor. Right, we've got to make changes because McGregor's absolutely knackered. So is Sayad, the goal scorer, to be honest. So Jota's coming on, and I don't know what to bring on Moy or O'Reilly, to be honest. I think I might bring on O'Reilly. You know that? No, we're bringing on Moy. We're bringing on Moy. We're moving him to attack midfield. McGregor's going off. McGregor, who will miss the final, just to clarify. He will miss the final. Right now, Vickers, Cameron Carter Vickers, and Starfelt are safe. Jota and Abada are safe. They can't be booked, though. We can't afford to lose them for the final. Great ball. McLaughlin, did what happened there? We have the ball anyway, so let's keep going. Johnson, Abada! Oh... If he's offside. Abada's made a big difference since coming on the park. Even just his movement has, I think, rocked Rangers a little bit. Here's Johnston. Come on, boys. I don't want this to go to extra time. Abelgard, that's some pass. Jota. Go on. Ball in. Cleared. Go, Jota. Shoot! Oh, he's blasted over the bar. I regret to shoot. That looks nothing like Hampden, by the way, does it? This looks nothing like. Come on, boys. Moy. Great ball. Cleared away. Bernaby's the one to collect it. That's terrible. That's shocking. Don't let Fatty run with it. Oh, come on. Somebody go to him, man. Get close to him. See, that's a bit hard, isn't it? Lundstrom. We can't. No, not now. Tavernier in. Oh, my Lord above, man. We've bottled it in another cup against this mob. We've done it in the League Cup. And we're about to do it here at Hampden as well in the Scottish Cup semi-final. No domestic trophies, no domestic cups. It looks as though it's going to be. We've got to go very attacking now and encourage it. I feel like we've been the better team as well for the vast majority of the second half. I don't believe this. Oh, Starfelt, what are you doing? Big save from Livakovic. Rangers turning up. When we're not at Celtic Park, we seem to really struggle against Rangers because we've not won at Ibrox. We've still got one more to play at Ibrox. We've already lost 2 at Ibrox. We're about to lose here at Hampden as well. And that is very frustrating because I would have liked to have won the league in a cup. But, you know, we're not going to by the looks of things unless we get something here in the last... No, that's it. It's over. It's finished. Out of the cup. Wow. That is frustrating, especially because the second half, I thought we were the better team. That is so annoying. So annoying. It's the badges. It's because we don't have the fucking badges. I don't even want to speak to the media. Fuck off. Out my face. There you go. It'll be Rangers and Aberdeen in the final of the Scottish Cup. Celtic will not win any... That is so annoying. Scottish and League Cup. Knocked both out by Rangers. I mean, at least we've won the league, basically. That is so annoying. Van Bronckhorst has knocked us out of 2 trophies. Right, well, I guess there's only one thing left to do, and that's book ourselves a place in the semi-final of the Europa League. I think the most frustrating thing about that game there was the consideration of players on yellow cards and being concerned about missing people for the final and then being concerned about the rotation for this game coming up against Rennes. I think what is signified for me, if we do go on to the second season, if we do that in some capacity, we need depth and we need to fix the edge. Look at this. These are players who are missing the Europa League tie. Like, they can't play Abildgaard, Giacomakis, Siegrist, Jens, Maida. These are guys that just can't play. And we need to fix that for next season because we just don't have enough options when it comes to rotation, which is very, 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 very annoying. And it was a rookie error for me. It was me being with my eyes bigger than my belly trying to sign all these great players. So now our only chance of a double this season is if we win the Europa League. And let's be real, we could win it, and I think we've got a good shot at winning it. But to put all of our hopes of a double, which should be the minimum, I think, for us, on a Europa League is quite a risk. I don't want to end this first season just with a league title. I feel like we deserve more than that for how good we've been. I feel it's a bad reflection on me because I feel we've been better than what just a league title would suggest. Right, this is it. We are 3-0 up heading to France. We surely will not bottle this. Famous last words, isn't it? Listen, a huge achievement if we get to Europa League semi-final. That's the team that I'm going with on screen. And I think it's a team that should get the job done. And by getting the job done is, I mean, don't lose 3-4-0. I'm hoping that could be us. But that's the team. The team that we're playing is basically the exact same side we played in the last episode. We really need to get something big tonight, something convincing, because I'm really disappointed that we won't be getting a domestic double. Now, if we win the league in the Europa League, that's better than what any domestic double could ever be, no doubt about it. But there's a good chance that we end this season with only the league title, which would feel like a bit of a short, I feel like we're shortchanged, and that is a fucking screamer. We're going to make this difficult for ourselves, aren't we? We are going to make this very, very difficult for ourselves. 4 minutes in, Rennes go up 1-0 with a shot from range. We could not have asked for a worse start. That is a strike and a half, by the way. And I think it happens so quick that Livakovic actually just doesn't register what's happening. But Rennes have now given themselves every chance of getting something from it. Why are we going in? Why? Do you know what? This is my own fault. Why am I going into this game with such an attacking philosophy? Let's be cautious. Let's play a little more defensive. Like, why would we not? That's probably going to be better for us throughout this game. Let's change up already, and let's be a little more cautious in the game. Listen, we don't really need to score goals in this game. We just need to keep goals out, and we've had a bad start with that. We've had a really bad start with that. But all I care about is being in the semi-final come the 90th minute. And that means don't concede. We have a corner. Massive chance for us. Moy swings it in. It's a penalty. There's been a handball. We have a penalty. This is huge. Callum McGregor stepping up to take it. Callum McGregor scores it. It's 1-1 in France. Half an hour into the game. 4-1 up on aggregate. That's what you love to see. McGregor, the captain, with the biggest penalty of his career perhaps, has set us up 4-1. He beats the experienced Steve Mandanda. That happened all very quickly there. Very quickly. And as it stands right now, we are still facing Lazio in the semi-finals of the competition. If Neil Lennon can beat Lazio, then we should be beating Lazio. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Here's Abada. I think that changing the tactic was a smart thing to do. Go a wee bit more defensive. Here, Abada. By the way, Abada. Shot wasn't great. Goes flying over the crossbar, but you know what? It was like, could we run from him? And going into half time, 1-0, I bloody take that. I'll take that. Now, this is the other thing we have to consider, because there are people who are on yellow card warnings. So, I just realised that I dropped Tuanzebe today. Tuanzebe's coming on for Carter Vickers because I know he's on a yellow card warning. The other player I know who's on a yellow card warning is Alistair Johnson. And we really, really, really need him. Now, I know that Taylor's not a right back, but if Johnson's missing the next round, we're gubbed. I know they're the two definites, so I'm going to make those two big changes at half-time. And they are big changes. They're defensive changes. And ultimately, the defence is what matters most now in this second half. But can we maybe find another goal? That would be handy. No, not them. Great tackle, by the way, from Tuanzebe. But it looks as though Rennes are looking for the same start to the second half as they had in the first half. We've not been given any bookings yet, which is good. Guiri sends it in. It's over the bar from Terrier. I'll take that. It's fine. It's okay. I'll go the whole second half without highlights, lads. Don't mind me. Do not mind me. I don't care. Things are going well. We've actually been the better side, judging off the stats. I mean, Rennes have definitely had better highlights in the game, and probably more to worry about, but we look as though we've been the better side. Here's Traore. Gets a good goal. That's a really, really strong finish from Traore. Rennes 2, Celtic 1. They need another 2 to take it to extra time. They've only had one shot in target, not 2 shots in target, and both of them have managed to go in. So it's one of those games. It's just one of those games for us. We just can't allow that to happen another couple of times now. Tired legs are starting to come into the game, so I'm going to make some changes. I'm going to bring on Garnacho. I'm going to bring on Haksabanovic as well. We're just going to bring on fresh wingers. And McGregor, who's been playing a lot of football recently, probably should come off. Now, it might not suit us for him to come off, but he's played so much football recently, and I don't want to aggravate him because he's struggled with injury this season. We only have about 10 minutes to hang on to this. I'll take it. If we lose the game, I don't care. We're through to a semi-final as it stands. We are through to playing Lazio in the final as it stands. We're into stoppage time. Not in the final. Blow the whistle. Come on, lads. We might have lost the game. We might have lost 2-1. But We managed the games very, very well. And on that note, can we just get confirmation, please, Mr. Europa League? On that note, we will be playing Lazio in the semi-finals of the Europa League. We've made it much further than I would have imagined. So there you go, your semi-finals. Manchester United will play Arsenal, and we will play Lazio in the semi-final of the Europa League. Imagine this in real life, man. You'd be absolutely fucking buzzing. There's the Champions League semi-finals, by the way. Bayern, who won in extra time, they'll take on... I don't know who they'll take on, but it's Juventus, Bayern, Liverpool and Barcelona who make up the semi-finals. That's a weird Final Four, isn't it? But wow. There you go. Celtic, Lazio. So the dates have been set for that. Yep, after sometime during the split. A lot of football for us to play, boys. But if you offered me semi-finals Europa League at the start of this save, I would have chewed the hand off you. Right, okay, when we're back, we'll be into the split. We'll probably be playing Rangers again. But it's semi-finals Europa League, it matters more, boys. So let's get to that. I'll see you all next time.